Now, again, folks, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying ban women from going outside. I'm not, putting my Islamic ideology on this and saying, we should not allow women to go outside and enjoy herself and things. I'm not saying that at all. I'm basically saying that a woman, if she goes outside, she should take precautions in what she does. And, and this is an important factor that we should not deny. And when it comes to these substances, yes, I do say we should ban those substances, whether it's alcohol, whether it's, women not dressing appropriately. I think women should dress appropriately, and I'm not shying away from that. I think they should. If they're going to dress up skimpy, other women would tell you not to dress that way, man, right? I know other women who have actually said those things. So it's not just coming from a man, he's chauvinistic, he just wants to dominate and control the mind of women. Just let's leave the nonsense alone. I even say that men should dress appropriately, that men shouldn't just dress skimpy as well, because he could call trouble upon himself as well. Although men are less likely to get raped, of course we know that is due to the biological differences and so forth. But you have a woman that is basically already has a disadvantage biologically and physically, yet she is just, these feminists tell us, oh no, she can just go out, dress the way she wants, drink the way she wants, wear what she wants, go at whatever time she wants. And then when disaster strikes, they then complain, why did this happen? Let's just blame the rapist, and ignore the reality and the vulnerability they put themselves into. It's just hypocritical, I feel. Yet we see the double standards. When it comes to, for example, a terrorist, we don't just blame the individual or the person. We actually blame his religion. We blame where he comes from. We blame the other environmental circumstances. And then when it comes to, for example, a person who does a crime, let's say a white person, we don't just blame him, we blame his disorder and say, well, he's got a mental issues. He should be put in a mental ward. Why was he let out on bail? We should blame the corrections office because they let him out on bail and so forth. So when it comes to other things, we're quick to blame all these other environmental impacts and circumstances. But when it comes to women, we say, no, nothing should be blamed on her. We should just blame the rape victim. Come on now. They say we should just blame the rapist, basically. Really, really, come on. I say is yes, we should blame the rapist, but let's not ignore the social circumstances that a woman should taken seriously and try to avoid them the way she could. Let's also point the finger at her and say, listen, do not dress that way, or do not take those drugs that way, or do not drink as much as you should. You should also take your precautions, just like you would tell a person to lock his doors before he goes to sleep and not leave them open because he could attract intruders into his home. Just like we would tell a parent to not leave your children in a park by themselves, you should watch over them and look after them because they could fall victim to these sexual predators. And we should educate our mothers, our sisters, our daughters not to go out at certain times because we live in a world, unfortunately, where there are sexual predators. Maybe if we get the statistics low to zero and there are no rape statistics, then yes, we could teach them to go out in this progressive world and live the way they want. But unfortunately, we live in a real world with real statistics. Therefore, we should educate them. And not just educate women, we should educate men to also look after themselves and be responsible for their actions. Thank you. Goodbye.